Hello, good evening. My name is Sarah Nacman. Welcome once again to the Eagle Radio International broadcast. I'm with the Washington, D.C. Bureau. The name of the segment that you're listening to is Trends and Fun Finds with Sarah Nacman. If you would like to watch us on YouTube, you may also do that. You can search Radio Aguila. That's Radio Aguila on YouTube. You can see us live as we broadcast. And for those of you who are non Tagalog speaking, I will tell you how to spell it. It's RADYO space AGILA. That again, that's RADYO AGILA. That's Radio Aguila. And we would welcome for your comments on Facebook as well. Search us for Facebook and in Facebook, and also give us a comment and feedback and ask us a question, any questions that you'd like to ask. This is the second installment or second launching. We had a launching last week, and this is our second week of the Eagle Radio International. Welcome to the show, and we hope that you will enjoy it. I would like to say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day, wherever you are around the world, if you're listening to us through YouTube. And the topic of the day today is: do you look people in their eyes, or do you make eye contact while speaking with them? To me, preferably, I actually love to speak with people. And when I do, I like looking them in the eyes because it lets me know if they're interested in speaking with me or they're not. It's a cue, correct? So to me personally, I like to look people in the eyes when I'm speaking with them because I like to read people's cue. Are they responding to what I'm saying? Are they bored? It gives you encouragement to keep going with your topic, or it actually tells you to change the topic by reading people's language, body language, and it's important to make eye contact. So they say that your eyes are the window of our soul. And some people say that it's very true because you can tell so much about a person by looking them in the eyes. First of all, I believe, and I'm sure a lot of you who are listening to us right now believe that, or listening to me, that they are very important. Our eyes are very important. They can see colors, images, and most importantly, they can actually tell if a person is being truthful or deceiving. It's a form of body language. Looking in someone's eye, it's actually a form of body language, their reaction. We can also avoid imminent danger by using our eyes, by reading somebody's cue, body body language, and we can also take on some opportunities, take advantage of opportunities again by reading someone's body languages through looking them in the eyes. So they say that you can see if someone is you can actually tell if someone is untrustworthy by looking them in their eyes. How is that, you say? Well, according to according to some experts, they say that if you look up and at your left, no, if they look up and at your left, then it is likely that they are fibbing, or stretching the truth. In other words, that they're lying. So remember, some experts believe that if people look up while talking to you, they look up and to your left, then it's probably that they're lying or fibbing. But if they look the other way, then they are probably recalling some information. So keep that in mind if you want to play detective and you're interrogating your husband, your friend, and I'm just being lighthearted here. I'm not telling you to do this seriously, but just this is for fun. Look them in the eyes, and if they look up and to your left, then it's likely they are fibbing. So yes, we can actually tell if someone is lying, if someone is trustworthy, or you can't trust someone. But can you imagine? I want to point out how important it is in personal relationship about looking people in the eyes. Can you imagine if someone gives you a compliment if you're a girl or a guy and says, "Hey, you look great." And they don't look at you. They're looking, down somewhere else or looking at another person. You're supposed to think, are they telling that to that person or to me? So they lose it loses that effect of you being given the compliment of being you looking great if they're not looking at you, because then you in your mind you're thinking, is that person talking about me or that person over there? The other thing is, can you imagine during your wedding vows, your husband, your wife is actually saying their vows to you, and they're not looking at you, they're looking around somewhere else. That would not make you feel comfortable. That would not make you feel loved or special. You're thinking, what is he doing? He's not, as actors call it, he's not in the moment. I'm not saying that they're acting, but their mind is not there. They're not there with you while saying their vows. So you're thinking, what are they thinking of? What is he or she thinking about? The other thing that I find interesting is some people, they don't look at you. They look away when they're speaking with you. They look down, they look up, they look to the right, everywhere except in your eyes, right? But then you have these people that actually they close their eyes while speaking with you. I think that's also uncomfortable. When they're speaking with you, they're blinking for a very long periods of time. To me, that is just as bad as looking away because where you're not making that rapport, you're not making that connection. You're actually feeling that you're by yourself in the conversation. So make sure you look somebody in the eyes. It's very important. There's actually a great benefit in doing so in business and also in, for example, in job interviews. We are going to be talking about that in the second half of the show, is the importance of looking the interviewers in the eyes during the job interview. And I have a lot of tips for you, so stay tuned for the second part. What message are you sending when you're speaking with someone and you're not looking them in the eyes? Think of this for a moment. So, when you were a child and your mom is upset with you and she's looking you straight in the eyes, right? You take her seriously and you really really want to hear what she's saying, and you know she means business because she's looking at you, she's not looking away while she's disciplining you. You see the seriousness of what you've done when she stares you down and she tells you that you're in trouble. Even growing up, my mom can look me across the room just by that look. I know I'm in trouble, so I know, oh, I've done something wrong. So I think I better adjust my attitude here because she's looking at me, right? And those are the kind of importance that looking someone in the eyes have. Just it gives a lot of meaning when someone looks at you. Either they're they're connecting with you or you're in trouble. You better watch out. So it's important to look someone in the eyes. I want to point out to you a recent study done at the Cornell University, researchers at the Cornell University, and their study was published at the Journal of the Environment and Behavior. And according to this study, that uh, d- looking somebody in the eyes or having that connection, eye to eye connection, can actually increase sales. Yes, you heard that right. It can increase sales. So, what they did in this study at Cornell University is that they changed the gaze of the cartoon rabbit on Trix. Do you know that Trix cereal box? They changed they changed the gaze of the rabbit, and they said that the Trix cereal sales increased compared to the other brands if the Trix cereal was looking directly at the consumer. So in a way, that's the Trick cereal reaching out to the consumer, say, "Hey, buy me. I'm right here for you." That's the same as the Mona Lisa portrait effect, don't you think? Because if you look at the Mona Lisa, no matter where you go in the room, you feel like she's looking at you. No matter if you go to the left, to the right, you kind of bend down a little bit, you tiptoe up higher, she's gazing at you. And maybe that's why she is the most important painting in the world. Maybe Leonardo da Vinci meant that. He knew the importance of eye contact. That's why he painted Mona Lisa with that look, with that eye contact with the people that is looking at the painting. For many, many years, hundreds of years, people have been fascinated about the Mona Lisa. It Yet it's a very simple portrait. A lot of people saying this should not be a famous painting because it's very simple, not a lot of color, it's a simple image, but yet that picture, Mona Lisa, looks straight at you and she gives you that gaze. So it's important to have that look to connect with someone, um, but also if you're looking at someone, I believe there is I think some limits and parameters. You don't want to be looking at someone for a very long periods of time, then that would make you very creepy like person and you don't want to come off as a creepy person. So the best thing to do is you look at the person for maybe a couple of beats, like one, two, look away. Don't look at the person longer than maybe 3 seconds. I'm assuming 3 seconds would be more than enough. So this is the first half of my show. And before we go on break for the second part of my show, I have a music that I think is relevant to our topic today. The topic of the song is called Spellbound. Don't go away. Listen to the music, and I'll come back with the second half of the show where we're going to talk about the importance of looking the interviewers in the eye contact during job interview. This is Blackbird Pond, and the name of the song is Spellbound.
Try to talk to you, but I get tongue-tied. I go to the next room. I go to the next room. Try to collect myself. Try to encourage myself to talk to you. But I get spellbound. I'm just inches from
That's a quick intro from the band Blackbird Pond, which I think is very appropriate. And the name of the song is Spellbound. We were talking about today if you look into someone's eyes, make contact with them, eye contact when you're speaking with them. This is the first part. Come join me again for the second portion of this segment, and we are going to talk about how looking into someone's eyes or making eye contact could help you out land that job during the job interview.